from Lawrence, Kansas. I have a whining dog in my office tonight, as we have a third roommate that moved in a week ago, so that's why the episodes have been a little bit delayed, because I just got a bit preoccupied. How have you guys been?
Oh,
Uh,
busy.
yeah, I was gonna say 2 weekends ago I was in Moberly, Missouri for a wedding, so
Oh, if you came all the way through to Missouri, you could have stopped over here.
Well, I took away so that I didn't have to drive through Kansas City and St. Joe.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so it saved me some trouble. So, saw, you know, a friend get married and I ended up walking out of there with a mix of poison ivy and chiggers. So, chigger bites. So, fun.
That's fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Was that the honeymoon suite?
No, that was called, having the wedding and the reception in your backyard. So,
Oh boy.
I mean, hey, it worked and it was actually a good wedding,
Well,
short
that's good.
wedding.
Show me more of that good blackberry moonshine.
No, I did. Oh, that was one thing. The bride's mother made for the wedding party like little, like, I wouldn't say small, but like smaller mason jars of homemade, what was it? Chocolate mint schnapps.
Ooh,
190
190 what?
proof.
I thought you couldn't go above. No, wait, proof is double the percentage.
So you're talking 95%.
Yeah.
Whatever the point may be, it was good.
So it was like pure ethanol with chocolate and mint.
I don't know. I just drink it.
Whoa. That would knock the air out of me. I don't know.
Wow, we've actually figured out what is the most potent thing to Landon.
Well, pure ethanol. What's the proof on Everclear? Because that'll freeze your lungs when you
Oh,
drink it.
Oh my God.
yeah. Yeah, Everclear is just ugh. That yeah, that's probably my worst experience with alcohol.
Are we
Yeah,
sure
Straight up
that's not
Everclear is
what?
Ever
190 proof.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well,
when you
anyway,
drink it,
before
it
this
just
turns
freezes your
into
lungs.
before this turns into the booze podcast, what's everyone been watching lately?
Oh, I finished rewatching Game of Thrones. I think I was in the middle of that the last time we did a podcast and started watching
Mhm.
House of the Dragon, and I'm pretty current on that. And yeah, I feel like House of the Dragon doesn't really compare to the original Game of Thrones series. It
Mm,
just seems to be really slow.
Yeah, um, our new roommate has been watching it a bit as well, and they pretty much confirmed um, the whole part about, yeah, it's set kind of too far back in the past to have any real substance for actual Game of Thrones fans. So it's more just kind of like fan service at this point. Um, my whole thing was I would rather see the Battle of King's Landing, where it's like the Targaryens were still in power, but the Baratheons came and took the throne from them. Like that would have been far more interesting. Maybe they have a few other seasons and fast forward in time, but House of the Dragon is so far in the past, right, that it's like,
Kind
what's
of
even the
irrelevant.
point?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
It, I mean, there is connections as far as like the houses and certain behaviors within the houses, but yeah, overall, it's like a really stretched out long story that could be really compacted into a lot less time. They,
Yeah,
they just really drag it out, and it's kind of slow.
you could say that the show was really dragging.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds like a dad joke right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not bringing my A game, I guess. I'm gonna have to step it up.
I guess, yeah.
Oh
Um,
man.
other than the pacing, is there um anything like remotely interesting about the story?
Yeah, I mean I'd say the way that they shoot it and the I mean the narration sucks, but the visuals are pretty solid. It what am I thinking? It I mean it's beautifully shot, but yeah, that like the story is crap. It's just mostly the visual effects. It's like its only saving grace.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
So
but I mean,
is it
all the actors like not all the actors, but the majority of the actors just look kind of weird too. It's yeah,
yeah, yeah, just seeing pictures, yeah, yeah. Everybody walking around with white hair.
yeah. There's no real Jon Snow prettiness in this, but yeah. I mean, so far the king said that the daughter's going to be the heir, and yeah, he remarried his daughter's friend, and or he got remarried to his daughter's friend, and she's kind of loyal to her own house and thinks that a woman being the heir of the throne is gonna overthrow the entire kingdom, and there's gonna be war and stuff like that. So yeah, the relationship in between them is strained, and then the brother is just like a troublemaker, and yeah,
What
Mm.
did I miss?
What?
Like, what a synopsis there.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
my apologies. I had a really long day at Renfest, and yeah, it kind of wore me out a little bit. So I'm
How was
like
Renfest
trying to
though?
recoup and get my energy back, and yeah, my brain's a little sluggish.
How was Renfest?
Renfest was interesting. I guess it was a super busy day compared to other days from what we heard from like regulars who go there, but yeah, I mean I waited like 3 hours for a turkey leg.
oh.
Jesus.
And it's because I kept standing in line and then they'd run out.
Oh.
And so I'd go over to like another vendor and then I'd stand in line and then they'd run out.
Oh
Oh
god.
boy.
Luckily, the last vendor that I went to, they didn't announce that they ran out, but there was clearly a long, like 20 minutes where the line wasn't moving at all. And I ended up standing in that line for like an hour for turkey legs,
Jesus. So,
and they and it wasn't even that satisfying to eat the turkey legs.
I
So
mean, it always just looks disgustingly like undercooked.
yeah, well they smoke them, and that's why they're kind of pinkish.
Oh, okay. I always thought they were like actually like grilled or something.
No, they smoke them,
That explains
and that's why they're pink. But yeah, it was cooked fine. It was a little dry, but yeah. I would never wait that long for a turkey leg ever again.
So like
Can't
half
imagine
of
why.
Renfest, it was basically just a Monty Python sketch at that point where it was like the hunt for the turkey leg.
Exactly. But the kids had some fun. They did a couple of things, went on a couple of rides, and we got their hair braided, and yeah, it was an experience. It was my first time going to a Renaissance festival.
Oh god, there's a dog on me now.
And
Ugh.
I'd be willing to go back, but I would not want to go back if it's that busy. If it was that busy, I'd probably just keep driving.
Oh.
Just keep track.
Where was it at, anyways?
They have it in Bonner Springs.
Okay.
So in between Lawrence and Kansas City, just north of I-70.
Okay. You didn't have any like uh mead?
No, I did have mead.
Oh, you did have mead.
Yeah, Lizzie was in line for food. We got some fish and chips and shrimp and chips. I went over and stood in the bar line and got a couple of meads for me and her, and it was ridiculous how much that cost. It
Really?
was $9 like for a little tiny glass of it.
The equivalent of paying with an actual gold piece.
Exactly.
Uh,
King's currency.
Um,
Yeah. I was looking forward to like seeing a jousting thing, but every time that was scheduled, we were standing in a line for something.
oh yeah.
So maybe
so
I would go back and just watch the jousting.
Were there no what witch trials?
Nope, no witch trials. A bunch of
Uh,
bells though. They had an elf
I'm,
parade, they had a kids parade, they had the queen's parade. It was ridiculous, but fun. I
hmm,
would go back. I just wouldn't want to go back if it was busy.
right.
Yeah.
so it sounds like there is an actual difference to mead and grog. You know, as anyone who who has heard those terms thrown around in cinema, uh, mead, as it turns out, is more like a fermented. It's kind of like a cider with honey. Is kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah. Uh, I'd compare it more to a wine.
Hmm.
I they had three flavors. They had the blackberry, the raspberry, and then they had honey. And I got the honey, and I'd say it tasted pretty similar to like a white wine.
Oh, now here's another interesting bit of grog. So the word originally referred to rum diluted with water, which British Vice Admiral Edward Vernon introduced into the naval squadron he commanded in the West Indies on the 21st of August 1740. Vernon wore a coat of grogram, I don't know, cloth, and was nicknamed Old Grog.
I'm sorry. What? You were kind of like in and out there.
Oh, well, I'll just post it.
Okay.
Long
Yeah.
story short, Grog is named after the admiral who sort of invented it.
Yeah, according to Google Dictionary, it says spirits originally rum mixed with water. So it's kind of like a watered down spirit.
Hmm.
Informal alcoholic drink, especially beer. Crushed and glazed pottery or brick used as an additive in plaster or clay.
Hmm.
Anywho, while we're on the subject of alcohol, as I last reported in an episode some time ago now, been reading the book Whiskey Galore. I have like two chapters left, and I finally found the movie. There's two of them actually. So the book was written in 1946, based on World War II, written in 46. The first movie came out in 49, and the second version of it came out in 2016. And I found the 2016 version on Tubi, which has Eddie Izzard as one of the incompetent buffoon characters. Um, so basically, the book and the film are wonderfully made. I think both should be studied, just period, because I don't think anyone's ever heard of this in a while. Um, and it's basically a retelling of what seems to be historical fiction, uh, where the Scottish islands of the Hebrides ran out of whiskey during World War II, and they all kind of go crazy. And in both the book and the movie, the best part, honestly, was in like the first chapter. Um, they finally figure out that they're out, like the last drop has been poured, and this like 98-year-old man is just like, no more whiskey. And then he just keels over and dies from the lack of whiskey. So it's a wonderful story. I love Compton Mackenzie, the author of the book. He managed to write the Scottish accent. So, like, oh, just in the nick of time. The word just, Just, with a Scottish accent, some of the characters are like, "Oh, that's just in the nick of time," and it's like Chust, and it's like, "Oh, that's cool. You can actually like read the accent." So it's perfect. I can't think of a book I've read in a long time that has me this like enthralled to talk about it.
I mean, sounds like you really enjoyed it, man.
It's great. It's really good.
I mean, you usually don't, or not that often, bring up books.
No, I usually survive off of the moving image. And
Oh, is that why this podcast is a thing? Oh, yeah.
something like that.
No, when you sent that deal in the chat, it's like, guess who's in it? It's like, who? And you said Eddie Izzard. It's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, their part is great, and they play like a commanding officer, um, who is treated with contempt by his superiors and just barely respected by his subordinates. Um, they have to do exercises like, oh, what if Hitler were to invade the island? Well, sir, there's only one road on the island. What should we do? Well, we'll set up a roadblock. Well, sir, if we set up a roadblock, couldn't he just go around the other way? Right, you are. And just,
Uh,
just classic. Basically, it's when Eddie Izzard gets paid to run around and say Nazi a bunch of times.
I mean, it does. I can't imagine he wouldn't turn down that chance.
Yeah.
I mean, um, I was gonna say a couple weeks ago. I don't know how long ago, because time flies by. I showed Kelsey the two. Was it just the one or two? No, it must have been the one that Eddie Izzard sketch. Oh yeah, two. I did show the two. So the Death Star canteen,
Yeah.
and the cake or death.
You shall have cake or you shall have tea and cake with the vicar or you die. You, cake or death. Well, have the cake, please. Very well.
Very well.
Give him
Give
cake.
him cake.
You, cake or death. Well, have death, please. Very well. Give him death. Oh, wait, I want cake.
No, that's
You said death first.
death, please. I mean cake. I mean cake. You
You
said
there.
death,
Cake
then
or
take back.
death.
But I
well,
meant cake.
well, we're all out of
Okay.
cake. We weren't expecting such a rush. I'll have the chicken then, please.
All right. Would you like a white wine with that? There you go.
Oh man,
There
yeah.
you go, Mr. Hitler.
Eddie Izzard, wonderful comedian.
Oh
Haven't been
yeah.
following them that much. I do know they're doing a lot of like charity runs now.
Yeah. Eddie Izzard's a big runner. So, um, yeah. I need to watch some more of those comedy specials.
Yeah. Speaking of comedians and running, I went to see Gabriel Iglesias live.
Oh yeah. And how'd that go, sir?
That was pretty good. It was he came to the state fair in Hutchinson, and it was great. It was very interesting though to hear him talk about how he and his son sat down and had a heart to heart about how the son no longer really wants to be part of the jokes, and it's like, wow, that's interesting because I certainly like the foreign exchange student one. But yeah, just with COVID happening, he's talking about contemplating retirement and stuff, and it's like, no. So
Yeah. No. No.
he's a great guy. Tying that in because there's a new season of Mr. Iglesias on Netflix, which I'm
Oh,
very
is there?
excited to watch. That's a funny show. Like he
It
works
is.
perfectly with those kids, and I feel like I can really see the joy on his face of doing that.
Yeah. No. I remember watching that show when I was, doing that free trial on Netflix, and
Hmm.
it was like just the first 5 minutes of the show. It's like, yep,
Yeah,
this is gold.
yeah. Um, in other news, Coolio passed away on Thursday.
Yesterday or
Well,
Thursday? Oh wow.
dating
He
this,
was like 59 years old.
he was. I can't remember. Anyway, mostly known for Gangsta's Paradise. Um, oh my god, I forgot what he looked like.
Forgot what he looked like. Okay.
His hair. Oh my god.
Was it? I mean,
September
we've had
28th.
it September 20th.
Was.
I feel like oh, that's right. I can't forget. We are a film podcast, so I cannot forget that. September 13th, Jean-Luc Godard died.
Yep, I saw that one too.
Yep. I was thinking, it's like who else died? Okay, yeah, the Queen, but who's more important than the Queen? Oh yeah, Jean-Luc Godard.
I mean, we definitely have our different opinions there, but I will respect him as a filmmaker, especially his
I
quote.
was joking, obviously.
um, I have said a
No,
great deal
no.
of things about how I feel about his works of art, um, but he followed his passion, and that's always the most respectable thing you can do.
But you only saw breathless. Like, in terms of like a whole film of his, I mean.
Yes, and then whatever
Then the little
review.
dance segment from Band of Outsiders, we saw that in the
Oh yeah.
Tarantino class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely go watch the films. I mean, probably the earlier films, because those are the ones I've seen, the earlier films before, yeah. Yeah, they're really good. So, yeah. No, you said that, and I got that work, and it's like, I
Yeah.
deflated like a balloon. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Because it was the weird thing, too. It's like the day before, or maybe a couple days before you said that, I was like, I wonder, is he still alive? And then it's like, nope. Guess not.
Um. So yeah. In other news, I've been watching um a lot of stuff on Peacock, mainly because I'm the one paying for it. So I'm just like, guess I should put it to use. And I can't tear myself away from Below Deck. Currently watching Below Deck Mediterranean. It's it's just like an endless adventure of yacht crew members with either no sense of work ethic or they just have the most ridiculous drama ever. And I looked into it further. Like, they make good money, plus they get tips, plus they get paid by Bravo to make the show. So it's like, well, damn, I want to go work on a yacht now. Or at
I
least
was
go
gonna
work
say,
for
is that
Bravo.
change your career right now?
Yeah. Um, but I just can't stop watching it. It's just this weird thing of like when we see reality TV, we think of like Big Brother and like Real Housewives.
Survivor.
Yeah, you either have like weird competitions or just like fly on the wall following crazy people around. But Below Deck is, I would argue it's slightly different. It's still fly on the wall following crazy people around, but it's not it's not that level of trashiness that it's like I'm never gonna watch this. It's so bad. It's like it's definitely a train wreck where I'm just amazed that it keeps going. It's like they have 9 seasons of the original, 7 seasons of Mediterranean, and then they just started an Australian version. So it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I've already watched like 5 seasons in a month. So yeah, I, I don't know. I just keep watching it, mystified. Oh, I'm glad that I have the paper now because I love reading the little side panel about, like what to watch. And there's a Sidney Poitier movie documentary thing. Um,
How very film scholarly of you.
yeah, Sidney. He spelled Poitier. Uh, Documentary, just called Sydney. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Morgan Freeman, Robert Redford, Oprah, um, Spike Lee, and Sidney Poitier before he passed away.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's actually going to be a good film. Um, it's on Apple TV, so one of the many streaming platforms. But yeah, I'll take a look at it at some
Yeah.
point here soon. It just came out September 23rd, so there's that
Have
one.
you watched any of his films, Sidney Poitier?
I think I had to watch, well, I didn't have to watch it, but I picked Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Speaking of which, I've been watching Sanford and Son on Peacock as well. Uh, Basically, a crotchety old, well, not crotchety, but
Eh,
I wouldn't
how else would
necessarily
you
say
describe him?
he's the grandfather from Boondocks.
Um,
Close. Okay, he's a family friendly version of that. Because this is
okay.
like
I mean,
1972 television.
however you want to describe him, I'm not even quite sure how best to describe him.
Anyway, Sanford and Son. It's very funny, and they've gotten away with a lot, especially in that era. But I look at it now from a 2022 lens, and I'm just like, wow, I'm kind of surprised Peacock didn't like kill
Flag
this
it.
show by archiving it forever. But it's certainly worth, looking at critically, um, to see how that era was and to kind of judge it in today's light. It's definitely interesting. Definitely also just a great show to watch if you're looking for like a half hour comedy because it's I'd say it's still relevant for sure.
Mm.
Um, it's basically a junkyard owner and his son, an antique collector, as he likes to call himself, uh, working for his dad. Um, and I love how they've had this established bit now. In every single episode, the dad will like call somebody on the phone and go like, "Yeah, this is Fred Sanford speaking. That's Sanford period speaking." Every single time, and I love it. And then recently they've introduced two police officers. One's black, one's white. And I say that because they've done a funny bit there where the white officer is very by the book and will use correct police terminology, and he'll look at the dad and be like, "Oh, so what happened? Blah blah blah. Suspect, perpetrator. Blah blah blah." The dad will look at him funny, and then he'll look at the black officer, and the black officer translates it. He's like, "Who's the cool cat who swiped the thing or whatever?" And it's really funny. So yeah, it's a good show. I like it. There was one
Yeah.
episode where uh, it was the dad's birthday, and besides social security jokes being made, um, they go to a Chinese restaurant, and wow, were some terms thrown around.
Can't imagine what they'd be.
It was definitely kind of an eye opener because it's like I have not heard that one in many a year. But
Man.
yeah, I kind of watched it like I feel bad for the guy playing like the Chinese waiter because like oof, he did it with like a huge smile on his face the whole time, and I'd be like, wow, I hope that paycheck was worth it. Yeah,
Oh boy.
definitely a much different era. Um,
Oh, that what? Sanford and Son, what was that? When would that have been?
It's 1972.
72? Okay. I was gonna say, about that time, what? Blazing Saddles?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, this part of history happened at the same time this happened. You're like, oh, usually I learn them at
Or,
different times.
well, I mean, if not the exact same time, then not that far off, I don't think.
1974. Blazing Saddles was 74.
Okay, 74. Okay. Um, yeah, no, that's what I was, Kelsey and I were sitting around and it's like, hey, let's watch a movie, but it's like, you want to pick a movie that it's like, oh, let's watch something funny. So I turn on Blazing Saddles and it's like, oh, I wonder what she's gonna think about this.
Oh man.
And I mean, she said she thought it was funny, and she especially laughed at the campfire scene,
Oh my
where they're
God.
all farting. And I told her, I'm like, well, when they showed that on TV for the first time, they cut out the fart sound.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, um, oh yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of reality TV show, this picture right here, this popped up in my mom's memories on Facebook a while back, and yeah, you get it?
Hmm. Is it on Discord? There it is.
Yeah.
What in God's
So,
name is this?
okay, so this was 2013. This was during the Duck Dynasty craze,
Oh my
when it was a
God.
big thing. So for homecoming week, they decided to do a Duck Dynasty day. And my older brother managed to make a beard for my little brother Jake, and that beard was made out of horsehair.
Ugh.
Hmm.
It looks like Rambo stood next to, I don't even know what.
I mean, it was to make do with what you have.
True.
So, obviously I did not have good facial hair at that point. So, and I mean, I can't grow a beard that good, but anyways.
It's still an impressive beard.
It is. Like, you should be a prop master at this point.
Well, my dad and I we were talking Sunday. It's like, whatever happened to that beard?
It was
It's like,
probably eaten by fleas.
mm,
Oh!
I really don't know.
Ow! This dog got off my lap and is now tangled in my fucking headset.
Is that why you sound so funky?
Oh, he stepped on my testicles. Oh,
Oh, yes, testicles.
oh.
What kind of a dog is it?
It is a beagle mixed with a wiener dog.
Oh. Oh, beagles are cute, and wiener dogs are. Eh. I had a classmate who had a wiener dog. I think that little wiener dog surprisingly one time chased a buddy of mine down the street. Okay, maybe not chased him down the street, but still, it was like you ran away from a wiener dog. Um. Okay, so let's see. So other than Blazing Saddles, when I've managed to tear myself away from watching, Law and Order
Oh my
or like reruns of Law and Order, like the good Law and Order, and
I mean, if you asked a Law and Order fan if there was a bad episode, I don't think they would tell you it was.
I don't know.
It's
I
kind of a niche market, and also I watched the John Oliver episode regarding Dick Wolf, and he kind of takes the same stance that oh, who's the author you really hate? Um,
Dan Brown.
yeah, where there's
I
like,
don't hate Dan Brown.
okay, well, you really despise his methods of writing.
Well, he ticks me off. Let's put it that way.
Anywho, Dick Wolf kind of is like the Dan Brown of TV shows.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't look at it too hard. I just like the show. I like, some of the actors and um, some of like really what the episodes push. Um, well, I don't know if that's quite the way to put it, but like, sometimes, it's just really good storytelling. And, I like Jerry Orbach and I like Sam Waterston. And but anyway, when I can rip myself away from Law and Order reruns and NCIS reruns, easier said than done. Let's see. Other than Blazing Saddles, I watched 2 nights ago. I watched a movie called Hickey and Boggs, which was what year?
Yeah.
1972. 1972. Because of the screenwriter, but
Oh boy, look who's in it.
yeah. I mean, that didn't put me off, but it. I don't know, the movie kind of confused me. And I have to agree with some like recent review of the movie where it's like, man, this movie was dark. And yeah, it was kind of dark.
Oh wow, this is a UA film.
Oh yeah. Yeah, United Artists. I
I
think
love how there's a man named Bill Hickman not playing Hickey.
no. But I don't know. I guess if you want to check it out, check it out. But if you don't see it, well, it's not exactly a waste, of your time not to find it.
Oh, is it a
I mean,
noir
it's
film because it's black and white, or is it a noir film because it's black and white?
um B. Yeah, it was. Uh,
Alright, was it worth your time?
mm,
I was hoping for a
it
yes.
was one of those films where I definitely had to turn on the captions
Oh,
because it's like I can't understand what the heck you're saying. But of course, that might be my age catching up with me too.
very.
Um, so, uh, in some ways, it was a good film. In other ways, I don't know. It just didn't have a whole lot of humor. I didn't think
I mean,
so.
the two sentence plot from Wikipedia The second sentence is their inquiries bring death to almost everyone around them, culminating in a violent conclusion.
Yeah, and I don't know how many gunfights I've seen happen on a beach, so I guess kudos. Um, uh, yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot of humor, and I mean, it was just like really like depressingly serious the whole time. So, um, I don't know. Maybe like 2 stars out of 4, maybe.
Oof, 50%
But
then.
yeah, I mean, it was kind of confusing. It's like, wait, why is this happening? I don't understand what. Which apparently the screenwriter was like, the characters so it got rewritten a little bit. He's like, the characters held up, but they tinkered with the how things were set up, the structure. So
Written by
maybe
Walter Hill, who looks, if I could describe this man as like a less successful George Lucas.
he's made some pretty impressive films. He's actually one of my favorites.
Let's see. Known for The Driver, Southern Comfort, 48 Hours, and its sequel, Another 48 Hours.
Yeah,
Um, The
don't know.
Getaway. Oi, dog. Do you mind? Go away. Shoot. Produced the Alien films, so that's. He said in an interview that every film I've done has been a Western.
I mean, that's basically what he's done.
Wrong
Yeah.
with you, dog? Get up here or get off of me. Jesus. Ugh.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't know, once in a while I guess I drop in on like an episode of 30 Rock or News Radio or
I wish I had
um
Roku.
yeah, it's really handy. Oh yeah, that's and people are probably gonna have a problem with me when I say this, but it's like so on Canopy I saw they had Man in the Iron Mask,
Oh
the
yeah.
uh the one with Leo DiCaprio,
Oh, okay.
and I kind of like watched for my favorite bits, so I kind of forwarded through some stuff that's like, I don't care. Mostly just to watch some of my favorite parts, like uh, um, oh, what's a really fun part? Um, Gerard Depardieu and Jeremy Irons are having a conversation, and they're arguing, and he's like, Witty's so much better, and Jeremy Irons is like, forgiveness, and Gerard Depardieu is like, forgiveness? Thinks about it a second. Then he lifts himself and he farts. He's like, forgive me.
Oh
Forgive
my
me.
god.
uh Definitely look. It's a fun movie, or maybe not a fun movie, but it's a good movie. And it's supposed to be in France, but there's only one French actor in the main cast,
Mm-hmm.
and then John Malkovich with I think he also has French citizenship. I don't know, he speaks French. But yeah. Yeah, you miss news radio there, Stewie?
I do. It's a great show.
Yeah, it's a fun show. Can't disagree with that. I mean, I don't want to tell you. I don't know. I don't know if I can really tell you what's been happening since.
I mean, it seems like one of those
You last
shows
saw it.
where it's more of like a newspaper comic where on occasion things will line up and they'll have like a story over multiple episodes. Other times it's just a bunch of one-offs, so it's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's managed to be continuous on it has been Dave and Lisa's relationship, and apart from the other antics around the office,
Very true.
like you know,
Gilbert.
golly, that's right, Dilbert. Matthew's stupidity,
Yeah.
like when he gets a little car, like a little battery operated car. Yeah, it's a fun show. Anybody out there interested in picking up a show, please watch News Radio. And then 30 Rock is also funny, just watching Tracy Morgan being Tracy Jordan. I don't know, have you ever seen 30 Rock?
Aren't there two different things? Is there Third Rock and 30 Rock?
Oh yeah, there's Third Rock from the Sun, which is about the aliens. And then 30 Rock's the one with Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin. And Tracy Morgan.
So, oh my God, Jack McBrayer. Wow. Get off my microphone cord, please. I'm trying to do a podcast here. Do you mind?
This is why we're having to, yeah, because Stuart's getting so taken up with this dog right now on his lap. We're on
So,
the floor.
30 Rock. So it's basically just Saturday Night Live.
It's it's more like behind the scenes. Like you have Tina Fey as the head of the sketch writers on the sketch show, and then Alec Baldwin's character is this um very 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 successful businessman and ladies man who um what does he do? Uh,
So it's basically Saturday Night Live because if you look at the cast and who they're playing.
I I mean, I think Tina Fey was taking some of the experience from being on Saturday Night Live, so whatever. But I'm talking about it's like more behind the scenes stuff versus like the actual sketch show. Just watch it.
Nice. So actually, I think 30 Rock has been thrown around a little bit lately because there's a show on Hulu that came out that I can't quite. Uh,
Is that you in frustration, or did the dog step on your testicles again?
Reboot. It's called Reboot. Um,
Ah,
it's basically like it's very reminiscent to BoJack Horseman almost, in that it's a bunch of like washed up actors uh, or they're meant to be washed up actors. Well, Johnny Knoxville's amongst the cast, so I don't know. Maybe it's a slice
What?
of life.
What? You say Johnny Knoxville?
I did, yes. Here's the little blurb. An early 2000s family sitcom is rebooted, and the dysfunctional cast must deal with their unresolved issues in today's fast changing world.
What's the name of this show?
Reboot is literally called Reboot.
Are you?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It
I
sounds
mean,
pretty good. I kind of want to check it out.
I mean, I like Johnny Knoxville, so I
It's also
mean,
got Judy Greer, Keegan Michael Key.
oh brother.
Yeah. Uh,
You say those three right there, it's like, oh boy, this is going to be
Paul Reiser seems familiar. I'm not sure.
uh he
Apparently, Stranger Things. Go figure. Oh,
said
Whiplash. You
Whiplash.
play in
So
Whiplash?
was he the dad?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm guessing here.
The Paul Reiser show.
He had
I
his
was
own
in War
show.
on Everyone. Oh, that takes me back.
Say that again.
He's in War on Everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Ah, that movie.
Oh, what have we found here? Popeye's Voyage. The Quest for Pappy.
Yeah, that was an animated film.
Oh, that is some animation.
What do you think
Oof.
about the animation there, Stewie?
I'm debating which one's worse. This or that weird airship movie we talked about.
Really? You're gonna compare those two?
Yeah, it's like the
I
same
mean,
animation style. There's like there's a scene where Popeye's with olive oil and one of his kids or grandsons or whatever the fuck. There's like water and then there's sky and there's no distinction between like it's just one color and another color. There's no like waves and shadows or clouds. It's just sky and water. Like this was
oh yeah.
hastily
I see.
done from the looks of it.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Uh, but would you rather watch this or the live action Popeye?
Oof. I think. Ooh. I think Robin Williams would want us to forget about the live action one.
You think so?
I think so.
I mean, I guess what was his feelings
What
on
the
that movie?
fuck is this? There's like I don't even know how to process words for how confused I am by this image. It's like one of Casper's uncles playing with Popeye's kid.
Uh,
I
uh,
don't know what's going on here.
I mean,
I'm confused.
some things it's best to forget. And this might be one of those things it's best to forget. There's probably a reason it's not exactly a cult classic.
Yeah, where's the IMDb rating for
Ooh,
it?
let's see. 5.5.
I think that's still better than one of Wilmot's films.
Yeah, which one of Wilmot's films was it?
Oh God, are we really gonna look at the list here, Kevin?
Wilmot.
Evelyn. Uh, Wikipedia. Here we go. IMDb.
Okay. Was it director or writer? Uh,
I think Chirac was the one that had one of the lower ratings. 5.9 out of 10. Ouch.
Chirac did?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
CSA. I loved CSA. That was pretty funny. And, not just meant to be funny, but very eye opening. 6.4
Really?
out of 10. Yeah, CSA was good.
No, I was joking. Like you said, obviously, so whatever.
The Five Bloods was 6.5 out of 10. And Black Klansman, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it deserved that.
Some of his other films. Where's his? Oh, hello.
Hello.
There's two in the works.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. No Place Like Home and Arthur Ashe.
I don't remember some. Wow.
I mean, I've heard about No Place Like Home. What's Arthur Ashe, though? Oh, wait, that's right. The tennis story. Okay.
Huh. The Prophet. What's this?
What was that?
The
Oh,
Prophet.
yeah.
Never heard of
Okay.
this one.
Oh,
It's about the
boo.
poster child for the bad athlete.
Yeah,
This
look
had
at its rating.
1.6 out of 10. Oof.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why I haven't heard of it.
Is this
Ouch.
like, like, how long is this film?
I'm looking.
I'm not seeing like any time length on here.
You're supposed to have IMDb Pro. The Prophet. This doesn't tell me anything. If I Google it, it's just gonna take me to the CNBC one. Yeah, no, I don't want that one.
Yeah.
Prophet Kevin Wilmot. Let's see what comes up. It's Hello?
Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of information about this.
Yeah. Anywho,
Maybe you should reach
Jayhawkers is
out.
good.
Yeah.
Just open a new tab.
I mean, the only good Indian was good.
White Man Army? What other goddamn army is there?
Yeah, any movie that has Wes Studios the leading man. Hey.
It's pretty
Um,
good.
Battle for Bunker Hill, that was a good movie.
Hmm, We're hearing about that
Or
one
it's
either.
just called Bunker Hill. I don't know. When I had to use up my KU discount or whatever at the bookstore, I got that movie. Because it's like, yeah, why not?
Whoa, this sounds pretty good. Okay.
The Bunker Hill one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a good movie.
Alright.
I mean, I have it. I have the DVD, so if you ever want to watch it, then hey, just remind me to bring it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to look at the cast of CSA because John Jervis supposedly is in it, and I actually got to meet the guy.
John Jervis?
Yeah, he was a local guitar, classical guitar player here in Lawrence. I met him when I was
Oh,
working at Munchers, and sadly, he passed away like a month after I met him
oh
last
yeah, that's
year.
right. That John Jervis.
Where is he? He said that he was like a senator. Wait, hold on. He had his wife in CSA.
Who did?
Wilmot.
Yeah.
I think that's her. Jody Wilmot,
Uh, who she play?
the Gold Dust twin.
The Gold Dust Twin?
Yeah, it was the little animated. Um, no, that's not his wife. Never mind.
Notice how Wilmot plays Confederate family slave and voices Frederick Douglass. Or no, that's William
Wait,
Wilmot. Never mind.
wait. I was gonna say the. I
Is
don't
it
think
what?
he. I don't think he put himself in this one.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you'd think he would show up in the cast list if he did, but
Yeah,
I don't know. You've seen the movies too.
it's pretty good. It's on YouTube actually, which a lot of movies are usually removed, but this is just like an upload, like not like buy it through YouTube. So
What was it? Is it like officially put up there? I mean, some.
I think technically it's official enough that it's not been taken down, but I love how there's somebody cast as just an extra, but their name on IMDb is just Gator.
Gator?
No last name, just Gator.
What? Just Gator. I mean,
I
if you're
mean,
gonna
they've
be
got
called
more
anything,
credits
I
than I
guess
do, so
just Gator.
I guess I can't laugh at it too much. I'd rather I'd rather be known as Gator and have 3 credits to my name than none that I currently do.
I mean, it's not exactly like you're in any more uh famous company.
Why does the name Linda Spears sound familiar?
Uh, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, he did put himself in the film.
Oh, did
Oh, Professor Jacobson's listed as a priest.
he? What? I didn't realize priests wore Hawaiian shirts.
Oh my god. What? I gotta go back and find where he was in it. What? I
Oh
don't
boy.
I don't remember the the priest. I remember like the weird Abraham Lincoln bits.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the oh, oh god the the shackle. I just remembered that one. Oh no. That one was bad. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, I mean, the whole point is what?
It really,
I mean, it's
really
like,
makes you
what
do a
if the
double
South
take.
had won the war? That's what the poster says.
I
Oh,
don't know.
wow.
I don't know how to say it other than my favorite part is the opening bit where it's like, uh, Confederate insurance, protecting your home and property for over 150 years or whatever. And I'm like, I like it because it's funny, because it's absurd, I think is the best explanation I can give there.
You know, I'm looking at the poster for this film, and it has some of the uh, rave reviews for it.
Yeah.
And one of them, the one from the New York Press, says the first great American film of the year. A work so original that all the usual labels slide right off. It's like Jean-Luc Godard directing a screenplay by Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God. I have to go
Compliments?
back and watch this now. Who is the. This cannot be him.
What?
Is this. Is this him?
Is this him? You sound like you should be in some movie.
Like. Oh, okay. I just realized Landon left. Whoops.
I was gonna mention it, but then it's like, who is that?
When I look up CSA Priest, this is the first image. And if you squint hard enough, it kind of looks like Jacobson.
You think so?
I mean, I've never seen him without glasses before, so.
I'm trying to think when I didn't see him in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah,
Uh,
Matt Jacobson.
oh, you tell me.
Uh, KU.
Hey, you.
I mean, I feel like I have to put KU or I'm just gonna get random results.
I mean, you just might.
Okay, here's a really old image of him where he is definitely younger. I
Okay,
think this is him. I think the guy in the suit.
hmm.
I think it's him.
Maybe. I don't know.
I gotta go back and find out.
I mean, you can watch it, or you could hit the guy up.
I do have his number, but he doesn't respond to me anymore, unfortunately. So
Uh,
I think I've outworn my welcome there.
well, I mean, that's sad.
A little bit, but also kind of kind of pushes me to keep working at it. Because I mean, I think if I just had infinite access to an awesome filmmaker, I probably wouldn't pursue the career. I think I'm wanting to do it so that I can continue to have conversations with people, but I don't think my end goal should be to be successful enough just to rub elbows with people.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it for a pure reason, and just getting into the club or the money, those aren't exactly, like the best reasons.
I mean, that's usually why, especially the money. Usually it's like, oh, I'm a waitress who moved from middle of nowhere Kansas to LA and here I am and I feel like I just described the plot of What was
I
that
was gonna
film?
s- I was gonna say I moved from Omaha, Nebraska to LA and I'm working at the Cheesecake Factory while I'm trying to be an actress.
Yes, Penny from Big
Penny.
Bang Theory, but uh, not Cabaret.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Um
Oh, what's the name of the film? Is it Cabaret? No.
no, Cabaret's in Nazi Germany.
Oh, whoops. What's the other thing that's similar to Cabaret? Not like what? I don't. I'm at a loss here. Um, you're a stripper, but you're not. Does that make sense? You're a
I'm
male
a stripper,
stripper.
but I'm not.
You're a male stripper, but you're not called a male stripper. What the fuck am I thinking?
Like an exotic dancer?
Yes, but it's
Wait, is it like Showgirls or something?
yeah, it had oh, okay, the way I could narrow it down. Name the female singer who's only a Cher.
Oh, burlesque.
Burlesque.
Yeah, Cher and Christina
That's what I
Aguilera.
said.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my
I
God.
saw maybe like a couple, like maybe I don't know how many minutes, but not that much. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. Not quite a stripper. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Burlesque.
It's like not quite a stripper. It's like, Stuart, why are you asking me?
Oh God. That anyway, I saw Burlesque a while back and it was good. It was really good. It, it was a musical of all things that I enjoyed.
Oh, wow. Dude, you are. Whoa, what's going on with you, man?
Yeah.
I mean, who I could. I'm not sure I could picture this happening back in college, Mister I hate musicals.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've seen Hairspray.
Wait, the original or the remake?
Uh, the one with not Alec Baldwin.
John Travolta.
Yeah. Why do I
Okay.
always get those two confused? They're not at all the same.
I was gonna say, what? I think there's a difference between them.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah. I mean, well, that's good for you. You're getting out there, watching some musicals, actually enjoying them.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Uh,
still mostly comedies as well, so
and what?
I would definitely make the strong argument that they're still mostly comedies.
Um, I guess in kind of like, mm,
Okay, I guess Burlesque is
I want.
classified as a romance musical, so
I mean,
eh,
musicals. I guess maybe like in a like absurdist way, or you know, one of those like over the top things. So yeah,
oh wow, Hairspray also falls under the same classification at romance musical. There's no comedy, but it is definitely a comedy.
I mean, what else do you call a movie where John Travolta's a woman?
And oh, who was the dad in Hairspray? That was great.
Was there a dad?
Yeah, it was Christopher Walken.
What?
Yes, the owner of the like joke shop. That was Christopher. Oh yes, and John
I know.
Waters
I
was in
remember
it.
him being in the movie. I just like what he played the dad.
Yeah.
So was he married to John
Yes.
Travolta?
Yes.
Okay, now I should go see this movie. This sounds like too much fun.
And also John Waters is a flasher in it.
He's a flasher.
Hmm.
I mean, what else should we expect from this guy?
Oh man.
I. Mm, I. Yep, this is going on my movie list, I guess.
You haven't seen Hairspray?
I've seen like maybe a snippet of both the original and the remake,
Okay,
honestly.
you'll definitely enjoy Hairspray because also Jerry Stiller is in it.
Oh, I love Jerry Stiller.
Who's Elijah Kelly?
I don't know.
Why do they seem familiar? Oh, they're in Red Tails. Nice.
Mm. Amanda Bynes. You remember when Amanda Bynes was, I don't know, popular?
Penny. Um, not really. Oh, although Nikki Blonsky, it's kind of funny, kind of sad. Uh, her only fame, it seems, is Hairspray, and there's uh tweets out there. I feel like I would definitely do exactly what she did a while back, where it's like, "Hi, it's me. I was the lead in Hairspray," and I feel like I would definitely do that. But she like hit up everybody, every possible celebrity you could think of,
Hmm.
and I don't know. Yeah, just felt interesting.
Well, I'm, looking at her, what other films she's done, and yeah, she doesn't have a whole lot. I guess she was in the last movie star with Burt Reynolds, but other than that, just not a whole lot.
Wait, that was her?
Well, it says she's in it, but I don't remember her being in it. I remember Ariel Winter from Modern Family being in it,
Well, there's
but
when I look up the last movie star, it wants to show me the last movie stars.
really,
It's, I feel like I saw the last movie star. Yeah, the Nashville Film Festival. I did see that.
the Nashville Film Festival.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I guess that was her. Huh. No, Ariel Winter.
Yeah. Well,
Huh.
it says she's in it,
Oh,
so.
Faith Cole.
But anywho, I mean, um, you said you're waiting on the next season of Legend of Vox Machina, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard or seen anything. I guess I'll like look into this. Vox Machina. 2022 fantasy television. I guess it didn't come out this year. Okay, The Legend of Vox Machina Season 2 was confirmed immediately after Amazon purchased Season 1. Amazon ordered 14 episodes more after a Kickstarter campaign funded the first season. Cool. And the first episode came out January 25th of this year, so we've got a ways to go still.
Well,
What does Vox Machina mean? It's like something machine, right?
yeah. I thought we looked it up. What was it?
Vox Machina means voice machine.
I mean,
Okay.
for an animated show, okay, I guess.
Oh, okay. So I like the little review here. In Latin, Vox Machina means voice machine, which would seem like a strange choice for a name in a world where machines are significantly rarer than leprechauns. But it makes sense in the real world where Vox Machina began adventuring not in Taldore, or whatever you say, but on the game streaming site Twitch. So, yeah, that's the little review on pluggedin.com.
Oh boy. Um,
Or the voice in the machine, but a literal translation is voice machine.
oh boy. I guess if it sounds cool as a title, I guess why not? Hmm.
Interesting. Well, anywho, I think that kind of wraps up this almost hour and a half long episode.
Oh, is that how long it's been? Okay.
Now to just get this dog off of me.
We had quite a number of stuff popping up in this episode. A dog and
Another
Landon
dog,
popping out, yeah.
and a dog.
And not a dog, not a dog. Well, I mean, we got to get back into the routine, I guess.
Yep, definitely, always. But I'd rather have quantity over quality, as they
I
say.
mean, we've definitely got quantity over quality, I'll give you that. No
Yeah.
arguing there.
I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna search for a sponsorship or anything like that because I just want a genuine, fun chat. So that's my take on.
I mean, that's what we try to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly for our enjoyment. It's mostly therapy, as I like to joke. It's mostly therapy for the three of
Free
us.
therapy.
Yeah. With me talking most of the time. So what's that say?
Uh, I think it means that you owe me some moolah.
Quite
Are you sitting
possibly,
on a
yes.
couch, Stuart?
I'm sitting in my KU chair.
Okay, well. Hey, I'm wearing my KU shirt.
Nice, they won today. They're 5-0, so
Yeah, this is a complete turnaround from when we went to college, and it's like, yeah, we have a football team, but who cares?
but who cares? uh, so yeah.
Yeah. So, we gonna try for this again next week?
Hopefully, yes.
I mean, I think I'll be free, so
Very cool.
what about you?
I hope I am also free. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Little Austin Powers fun for you.
Oh, wait, real quick here. I was just looking up. Oh, are you shitting me?
Not right at the moment.
Um, so my obsession with Beastars has all but frozen over at this point, just because nothing's really happened. The last I heard was that okay, we can probably expect it to be a little later this year, just because it's going to be a final season. There's going to be a little bit more episodes, and there's going to be a slight change to the art style, apparently. I just Googled Beastars, and 2024, it seems, is when we can expect the final season.
Ah,
So,
drag it out.
yay.
That's not very fun.
It's not, and see, I am but a mere peon watching the show. So, on one hand, I get no opinion on it because I'm here to enjoy it. On the other hand, I am the essentially funding source, one of many several 100,000 funding sources for it, by essentially paying Netflix to pay another studio to make this. So, in a roundabout way, I think viewers do get a say in things, which is like that seems like a long time. 2023, I'd be disappointed, but still, like 2024 though, are they hiring fucking James Cameron?
I hope not.
I mean, why has it been to this is September 9th of 2022 when this article was posted. So like what? Why?
I It doesn't say, not like any animation problems or so forth.
Oh good, I'm stuck on one of those websites where you hit the back arrow and nothing happens.
Stuart's
I
having
feel
problems. Just give him a minute.
so cool, I guess. Uh, yeah, I mean, every article's showing 2024 at this point, so
Oh, great.
okay, that sucks.
Yeah, doesn't it? I mean, it's always fun waiting on shows you enjoy. Not.
Hmm. Yeah, no, no, it's not. What am I saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the next season of Mountain Monsters. Where are you guys?
Oh man. Well, I think on that note, I'll bid you adieu and
A dude.
a dude.
A dude.
I see one dude, I bid you a dude. I call your bluff and raise you a dude.
Dude, how many is that? Dude, where's my car? Okay, on that note, I will bid you a doo doo.
Yes. Good
And
night.
good luck.
And thanks for all the fish.
What?
Anyway, old music. Good night.